Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Walter Crankcase from Convention City, Honolulu, with the first political Hukilau Luau to include members of both the Democrat and Republican parties. Well, it seems the proceedings are about to start, so take it away, Chet Funky.
There is a delay, Walter. It seems Ike Sutton is still trying to find a seat. Mr. Sutton, tell me, how long are you going to take?
Give me just a little more time.
But why can't you find a seat?
I'm a loser.
Excuse me, Chet. Governor and Mrs. John Burns have just arrived. Governor, what is your opinion of these politicians who are switching parties?
Everybody plays the fool.
Mrs. Burns, a word for the housewives who are really concerned over the dock strike. Will it be settled soon?
It's gonna take some time this time.
Governor, if the ships are picketed, how do you propose getting them unloaded?
Aqualung, my friend.
One last question, Governor. Just what did that sign on your door really say?
The sign said, long-haired, freaky people need not apply.
Thank you, Governor. I see David Crinkley across the room. Take it away, David.
This is David Crinkley at the congressional table. Spark Montanaga, in your campaign this year against candidate Fred Rolfing, what has been your slogan?
Take me.
And would you say this has been a hard campaign? Mrs. Rolfing, in your opinion, what has been the biggest obstacle in your husband's campaign for Congress?
There's a little Japanese boy in my hometown.
Where is Ike Sutton?
I don't know.
Just down the table, I see Diana Hansen seated next to Senator McClung. Senator McClung, you've observed Miss Hansen's career. Tell me, how did Miss Hansen get into the State House in the first place?
She came through the bathroom window.
Miss Hansen, would you like to comment on that?
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
We now move down the table to speak to Congresswoman Patsy Mink. Mrs. Mink, what was your first reaction when you heard that Miss Hansen was going to run against you?
Go away, little girl. Go away, little girl.
I see. And what are you doing to win this election?
Wishing and hoping and thinking and praying.
Well, that's it from here. Take it away, Chet. Thank you, David. This is Chet Funky at the mayoral table. And here's Mason Altieri. Mr. Altieri, we understand you spent over $100,000 in the primary and lost. How do you feel?
Please excuse me while I cry.
Experts have said that one of the biggest mistakes in your campaign was the Don Ho endorsement. What happened?
Tiny bubble.
Uh-oh, there seems to be a commotion in the middle of the floor. K. Howard Myth, can you tell us what's happening?
Yes, a war of words has just erupted over the seating arrangement. Mayor Fossey and Senator D.G. Anderson are both trying to get the same seat. Mr. Mayor, may I have a minute of your time?
Why is everybody always picking on me?
If you are re-elected mayor, will you serve out the time, or is it true you plan to run for governor?
Can't promise I'll be true, but I'll just see what I can do.
There is one group, sir, which has given you some heartache recently. Tell me, what do you think the refuse collector should do?
Take out the papers and the trash.
Mr. Mayor, how did you react when Kakoa Ka'apu told you he was leaving your administration?
Don't take your love away from me.
Thank you. One more question, Mr. Mayor. You've been criticized for not spending enough time in Honolulu and spending too much time overseas. What do you say to that?
Will I never been to Spain?
Well, that's it from here. Take it away, somebody.
Hey, where is Ike Sutton?
Sitting on the park bench.
This is David Crinkley once again. Senator Anderson has just consented to answer a few questions. Senator, what did you say to Mayor Fossey that made him agree to a debate?
Talk to me.
And what did you say to him to make him follow you to the television station? And how would you best describe your opponent's campaign so far?
It's a little bit funny.
Senator, what do you feel is the basic barrier to cooperation between the city council and the mayor?
992 arguments.
And one final question, Senator. When do you think you'll best be able to judge the effectiveness of your campaign?
Tuesday afternoon.
Well, thank you, Senator, and thank you, candidates. We return you now to Kapoi, the number fun station in Hawaii.
Is that all there is to the circus?